Now, Elijah was not known as a man of the sword. He was not known as a man of music. He was not known as but he was a prophet of God. He had something to offer. And you, my children, have something to offer. He said, I'm a prophet of God, I can see. So he opened up his eyes. And every time Hazael camped against Israel and tried to sneak up on Joram, he'd give him a call and say, don't you go that way. The devil is down there. Don't you go over there. They're setting up to destroy you. Don't you go there. So Hazael said, I got to do something about the man of God. Y'all better hear me. Church, you can't sit by and think you ain't at war. Because as long as you stand in the gap in between you and your teenagers, as long as you stand in the gap between you and the enemy's plan, you are on the hit list. This king found him. And you know what he sent? He didn't send one man. He sent 50,000 men after one man of God. 50,000 soldiers marched against the prophet Elijah while he laid in his bed. And when Elijah rose up, his assistant stood up trembling. Now, this isn't Gehazi. Gehazi was taken when he had the leprosy, but he got Naaman's leprosy. Now, he's not there now. This is someone new. And see, sometimes when you have new people around you, you have to increase their faith. You have to strengthen them. You have to raise them up. You have to tell them, now, look, baby, I've seen this before. It's going to be all right. We're going to pray. Don't you get fretting now. It's going to be all right. God has delivered us from this once before. The light's been off before. They're coming back on. They've come and got the car before, but did you see that Lincoln out front? We got another one. You know, you fretting over some small things because you're young, but that's all right. God going to see us through. And so he started to strengthen the young man, and he tells the young man, just be quiet, be quiet. It's going to be all right. And see, the young man didn't understand that Elisha knew a secret. And this is a secret that I'm going to share with you this morning. There are more with us than there are with them. We've got some hidden resources. We've got angels encamped all around about us. We've got spiritual authority. We've got the power of God. We greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. I will not fear the enemy, but I'll stand flat-footed. Y'all better hear me. As one man against 50,000 soldiers, because one man with God is better than the whole world against them. Now, who wouldn't serve a God like that? It doesn't matter what the odds. Victory belongs to the children of God. And it doesn't matter what forces come up against us and try to devour the plans and the purposes of God in our life. If we stand, God will stand with us. We don't have to bend. We don't have to kneel. We don't have to be friends with folk and shake hands and rub up the folk to get the job. Y'all better hear me. If God said the job is yours, just stand. If God said a car is yours, just... You don't have to shake this hand and shake that hand and be friends with this one and go have dinner with that devil that you know you don't want to be over there with, and you over there trying to be friends with somebody to get something God has already promised you. There are more with you than there are with them. And what God has for you, it's for you and nobody else. You see, one of the things, this is one of the things the enemy doesn't understand is that your money ain't going to spend for him like it spend for you. And your car ain't going to ride for him like it ride for you. And your children is not going to love him like they love you. And then your house is going to be blessed. And even if he took your house, it ain't the same house no more, because it wasn't the house, it was you. It was he that was in you. And some of us need to know just who we are in God. We don't have to fear the world, but we can stand strong against the wiles of the enemy. Elisha stood firm, and he didn't run. and he didn't hide. Let me tell you another secret. Elisha knew something. He knew that they served a God that they had to polish. They served a God that they had to fix up. They served a God that they had to carry around with them. They served a God that they had to make up tales about. Y'all better hear me. But Elijah served a living God. And see, Elijah had been through something in his life when he followed the prophet Elijah.